Folks, Ronnie A from Fitcoach here. Thank you for popping over and looking at our preview of our latest weight management program. So we're about 2/3 way through this program. I'm very proud of it. I'm excited to present this to you guys today, and I want you to pay particular attention. You'll notice very quickly that this is a PowerPoint slide. It's unusual for this type of video, but I want this to be a very educational course, so I want to deliver it to you in that method. So I hope you're okay with that. Please provide feedback and let me know what you think. So for this preview, I want to start with Module 2, A Complete Approach to Weight Management, Part 1. And Module 2 is really just after the introduction phase. That's about 10 slides in, so you didn't miss much. So without further ado, let's jump in to lifestyle change. So a diet by its very definition is a short-term strategy. So folks always say, I want to go on a diet. What they're not saying is the full sentence of, I want to go on a diet until I meet a goal weight, or I have an event coming up, or 6 to 8 prescribed weeks on a fitness program. But what it doesn't imply, and what it should imply, is I'm going to change how I eat forever, or I'm going to change how I exercise forever. I'm going to not do all the pattern behavior that got me to where I am today. I'm going to effectively change that so I can see change in my body, right? So we're not going to talk about diet in this program unless it's the anthropological meaning of the word, which is how does a person eat? Okay, so fad diets will either significantly restrict your calories, or they'll remove important foods or macronutrients, right? So you're all very familiar with diets that want to remove carbohydrates, for example. So your South Beach, your Atkins, the paleo diet, all want to remove a significant portion of your carbohydrate, especially in the form of grains. Or a fad diet will prescribe a rather crazy meal plan, right? So there's the grapefruit diet. There's the cabbage soup diet. Well, if you ate cabbage soup every day, sure, you'd restrict your calories, but what about all the other necessary nutrients? You need a wide variety of foods to get all that. Your body needs it. Furthermore, when you come off the diet, okay, so let's say you're on this restrictive calorie diet, and by virtue of that, you've told your body, hey, there's not enough food coming in. You need to prepare for that. So your body will naturally slow your metabolism down. And when you come off the diet and start eating the way you used to, this new influx of calories are going to stick to you. Your body's going to say, hey, I don't know when we're going to go through this famine again, so I better grab all the calories I can and stick them away in case we need them later. And that whole process there is what's known as yo-yo dieting, right? So you start at a certain weight, you white knuckle your way through a program for a few weeks, you restrict calories, you might drop a few pounds, and although those pounds could very well just be muscle because your body's eating it because it needs the calories. And then when you go off the diet, you're going to go back to the way you ate, and now you're going to be actually heavier than you probably started because your body's now going to take advantage of all these new calories. So if this is the case, and it is scientifically the case, and I even think most people probably know this, why are diets so popular? Well, it comes down to one thing: money. It's a billion-dollar industry, and diets are created simply to drive revenue. Secondly, we live in an affluent society where food is mass-produced and available in abundance. Now that's really important, because when was the last time you said, hey, I can't find any food today, I'm not going to be able to eat? Those problems are for our ancestors. We don't face that anymore. We have more food than we know what to do with in most cases. So we end up, of course, overeating. And lastly, our culture prizes lean and healthy looking physiques. And while that may sound obvious to you, it really is just a point in our time where this is the case. A couple hundred years ago, during the Baroque period, they liked full-figured women, full-figured men. And back in, years and years ago, during the Middle Ages, kings were fat, and fat was a sign of affluence. It meant you were successful. It meant you ate when other people were starving. So we just happen to live in that time where food's in abundance, but we prize a thin body. It's the exact opposite of the Middle Ages, where everybody was sickly and thin and wanted to be a fat goose like the king. Well, that's it for this preview. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was informational, but more importantly, obviously there's a lot more to go over. I hope this method is something that you would find valuable. Certainly, I believe the content is, but as far as delivering the information to you, I hope this works, or from what I've been told so far, I need to jazz this up. Anyway, would love your opinion. Thanks, and have a great day.